Hello again, fellow friends. This is now a review going from my perspective, a review of a disappointing pair. Which, if you haven't watched the video I'm talking about, you have to go watch it. It should be the previous video uploaded to this one. But going from disappointing negative one to a happier one, I actually posted a photo on Instagram, I believe, of myself in these. Speaking of a future review. So this is now that future review. This is the GORGLITTER men's PU polyurethane leather leggings skinny pants with slant pockets. This pair was definitely more of a punt in terms of, not in terms of like questioning the quality, but just in terms of not something I'd usually want to wear out, because I definitely prefer the sort of like, not matte, but sort of like darker, slightly subtler looking pairs, rather than the more plastic, reflective, super shiny pairs. I'm much more of a leather lover than a rubber lover, I suppose you could potentially say, or similar materials to that. So, but I actually do quite like these. They're once again polyester based, but they're quite different from some of the other pairs I've reviewed previously. In the fact that they're obviously like very shiny, very almost like a vinyl or a faux vinyl. Like the material is very pretty. I do not know how they achieve the kind of like reflective rainbow effect, but it's really pretty and it's very striking. Like I saw the photos and I wasn't sure how that would actually look in person, like without like, photographers' lights and such and flashes, but no, they're actually really striking, really pretty. Like I'm very impressed. This pair does not even pretend to have back pockets. It has like the jeans stitching that you often get, but like there's nothing. It's just smooth, which I'm fine with. I'd almost prefer that they didn't put fake back pockets on. That they just like were honest with the fact that you're gonna see your butt shape in these, which is perfectly fine with me. It seems like that's a bit of a fashion faux pas for some people, and some people do not like that idea. They need something there to cover it up or to take away the shape, but I have no issues with that. This pair is definitely a lot more, I want to say, sci-fi. I could definitely see you doing like a nice Fifth Element-esque cosplay with these, like going to a party. This might be a great pair to wear if you want to go either to a themed party, or if you want to go to a Halloween party as like a character from like a sci-fi future where like everyone wears stuff like this to go out and dance in. I'm sure you guys have probably seen films from the 80s and 90s that fit that kind of stereotype that I'm talking about. But no, like the material is very smooth, especially on the outside. The inside isn't the same material, obviously. It's lined, but it is again quite a smooth material. I will try these on and I will show you guys what they look like. Okay, so immediately the only problem with these pairs, they are skinny fit and they are tight. Like getting them across my ankles and legs and getting them up is a bit of a struggle. So if you're expecting these to be the type of pair that you can very easily pull on, pull off, you are going to be disappointed. But the good news is, because of how tight they are, they're almost close to like a legging. They're a legging, but obviously they have like a normal proper fly setup, so you don't have to like stretch them in the crotch area to get them on. But as you can hopefully see, maybe my body and lighting doesn't show this off very well, but they are definitely extremely striking and shiny, very reflective. I'm definitely looking forward to finding an excuse to potentially wear these out somewhere. I might need to find or buy a different type of top to wear with them, because I do kind of feel like my typical choices aren't what would go with this. But yeah, they're I was quite impressed by them. As I say, this was a bit of a risk because they're not normally the type of pairs I would buy, but there's a lot of pairs out there I'd love to buy just to try, but it's like each pair can cost like $30-40 each or more, depending on, you know, where you get it from or what it is. But yeah, no, I quite like this. I say the ankles is probably the worst part of it, because you're gonna struggle, and if you are on the thicker side in terms of thighs or legs, you may need a bigger size, and you may need to reconsider getting them. The material is thick enough. It feels thin when you grip it, or thinner, but like feeling it on my legs, like it has a sort of, it does feel like it has a good cling, and it probably traps the heat quite well. So it probably actually is a pair that would keep me quite warm. But yeah, no, it's the effect is quite amazing. I'm sure if I did some research, I could probably find out how they get this shine out of it. That's sort of like rainbow reflectiveness, but like it's really pretty, and it has a kind of like, it's not a grain, it's kind of like a texture, a fine texture, where I don't even know if it shows up on camera, where it's like almost like little stitches or little tiny squares. It's really interesting. I'll show what the rear looks like without the pockets, which, say, hopefully should be appealing to someone like myself, but I know some people may not like that. I say side pockets are real and usable. There's just nothing on the back, so just bear that in mind. You are only going to have the 2 pockets. And yeah, that's the review of the GORGLITTER, which is probably, if it's a generated title, it's one of the most sensible ones I've seen, because it actually, aside from the gore aspect, the glitter part definitely fits. Men's PU leather leggings. They do describe them as leggings, skinny pants with slant pockets. So this is a pair I can potentially recommend if this is the type of thing you want to go for. It may not be the most practical. I don't know if you're the type of person who wants to go out and just wear something like this. It's definitely not subtle. This is like one of the least subtle pairs I own. Very shiny, very vinyl-like, which may appeal to some people, especially if you want a pair like that. One nice thing is it's not just like black vinyl look. It's got that shine and shimmer to it. It's like a rainbow, which is very pretty. I do actually really like that about them. So yeah, this was a pair that really impressed me. I wasn't expecting them to be as good in person, and they ended up potentially, like, you know, exceeding my expectations in person. So I can definitely recommend these if this is the type of look you want to go for. May require a different kind of top to complement. In the photos on Amazon, they have them wearing like a mesh yellow top, which definitely feels like it goes with the aesthetic. But as I say, thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you guys again sometime in the future when I have more things to review or talk about. Thanks again for watching.